couple years ago, we did this thing with some of our volunteers where we had them talk about children. I said, when I say the word children, what comes to mind? And people would just shout out words. And so they were, saying words like cute, smiles, giggles, crying, just kind of the typical things that come to mind when you're talking about kids. And then what we did after that is we actually went into the Word and we looked at what God had to say about kids and how He sees them. The Bible is very clear that children are very important to God.
The nursery is the first place that kids are actually dropped off and left for service. So our vision and heart is for them to come out and hear about Jesus every time they're in there and feel loved and safe and protected. The time that we do have with these kids is so short, and we want to make sure even a crawler hears that they're loved and that they're safe.
And then we have what right now we call the Explorer class, and that is for ages 3 through 1st grade. And in there we do a Bible story, but we don't just tell them a story, we also try to relate a truth behind that story. We tell them the story, we tell them the truth or a truth about the story. And then we also have a time of prayer in that class where children lay hands on each other and they declare healing, and we see kids being healed, being set free from fear. And so our prayer time there is amazing as well.
The Arrows class is for children usually 2nd grade and up. We kind of changed the format a little bit because of their age. They're kind of coming on their own, so we try to provide an environment where they can kind of learn on their own. So instead of a video or preaching to them, we try to provide like a small group environment where we actually put the kids into little groups and then we pose questions.
I think Outreach's heart for Arrows is for them to know the Lord, to know Him. My heart is the same, and it's certainly not just to know about Him. I try to not only create an experience, but to encourage them to be alone with Him when no one's looking.
We have different areas to serve. We have the check-in team, which is kind of our first impressions when we have first-time families visiting. We're looking for people who are excited to worship with the kids, and so we have several different areas in which you can serve.
Something I've experienced as I've gotten older is that God presents a lot of opportunities in your life. And to serve in the church and to be a part of His plan and be in His story is a great opportunity. And as you see like the children get older, the more years you do this, you kind of start seeing the footprint of not only just God being in their lives, but also you were part of the vessel that brought it. And it's such a great joy to be that reflection of light into these children's lives.